They want the money and fame. We go to the city and we don't be tucking our chain.
Youngest in the Yacht Club, I am Vince Serrano, and we've got a special creator edition of Youngest in the Yacht Club today. Yo, join my special guests. First one.
Yo, what up? James here.
Zach.mov.
Yanni Visuals.
Tabbers from Ghost Productions.
Tanner from RTV Visuals.
Guys, this is an amazing episode because we get to talk about the creator and the creative personal, point of view. This really got started because rappers don't like to pay creators, huh? That's really what it happened. Like, can somebody talk about like why we're even here?
Well, Zach was discussing how we should charge rappers more altogether so then they can all pay us more instead of having to go to somebody else, So
Yeah.
in the group chat, like 60 of us.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a very big discussion that's going on within Tampa, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other places. I have a lot of friends in different states, that they've been talking about the same thing. That a lot of times rappers, they'll, they like to debate with us on whether or not we should be even charging what we're charging them when they don't understand the perspective of the business that we do from our side of things. So I mean, I just feel like it's something that we need to get on here and we need to really talk about, and chop it up so they can get a good understanding of what's going on.
I honestly, this is my observation. I've seen that it's not 100,000% the artist's fault most of the times. As y'all know, there's some, videographers, not even just in Florida, it's like everywhere. They run their business differently. They try to get more sales rather than less sales, more money. So there's people running around doing $100, $300, $200 music videos. You know what I'm saying? So that sets the artist's expectations to like, all right, I know a guy that could do it for $200. Why are you charging me $700? You feel me? So I feel like that's where they get the impression from.
The videographers in the industry basically shoot themselves in the foot by commoditizing the industry, which basically means they just like Ghost was saying, they'll shoot for volume just to get a bag. Because it's a lot harder to book somebody at $1,000 plus. They might not get work for 3 months if that's what their prices are. And that's scary as an entrepreneur because you don't got nothing to fall back on. And then you go 3 months without getting paid. So if you know that the market value is $300, you really have no choice besides to do that or figure out a way to provide value to artists to where they're willing to actually pay more.
Yeah, I mean, but what I'm trying to get people to understand as far as artists go, I want them to understand that paying $800 to $1,000 for a music video is not bad, because a real run and gun music video is supposed to cost from anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500.
Zach, real quick, and this is the biggest thing, right? How do you determine the price, and what's your background so that people can know? Like, how do you know that it's supposed to be that much?
Well, I mean, just for me, I've learned everything from YouTube or just experience. So, I mean, as far as like understanding the cost, the breakdown and everything like that, it really depends on the director. As far as me, I go from the reason why I charge what I charge is because what they gain from it. I have a lot of different labels and a lot of other big artists that are looking at who I'm working with. You know what I mean? Because they could be the next up. They could be the next big thing coming out of Tampa or wherever they're from. You know what I mean? A lot of other videographers or directors, whatever they want to call themselves, they could be going based off of, who they pay. Like they, who's a part of their production team as far as lighting equipment, rentals, editors, colorists, sound effects, anything, of that nature.
For sure. Like who have you worked? You mentioned labels and you guys can all work into it. Like you mentioned labels are looking at you. Like who have you worked with to see that, your value is that high? Like,
mainly right now I've been working with some artists that are signed to Interscope, Alamo Records, other independent ones like STB, which is out in Tampa. Different labels, and not even just like labels as a whole. Like I'm talking about like A&Rs and stuff like that, that'll be looking at what I got going on in the city, because I shoot with a lot of different artists in the city. So they want to see what's going on in Tampa. So
when you're working with labels, is the pay a lot different than if you were working with regular people like in the streets.
Yes, they don't argue.
So yeah, so like my question to you is like, do you see yourself getting to a point where you just only work with labels, or are you there already?
I mean, it sounds good. It does. But also another, you know, it's good to build up with an artist. Like there's an artist that I've been working with for the past year or two. I don't really want to say their name, but I got to say, like, he's put in a lot of good work. And I love working with him because of the simple fact that he's built his self up. You know, he's never complained about how much I charge and stuff like that, and he's doing really, really good. But then again, don't get me wrong, working with a label is really good. I forgot the specific term it is for a videographer whenever you're working with a label, but I forgot the term for it. But
it's all good, man. Yeah. So you work with them.
Yeah.
What has been your experience, Tanner, with working with artists?
So I filmed music videos for not very long. Because I was filming music videos for my friends in high school, like when I first picked up a camera. So that was probably like 6 or so years ago. Yeah. And I was just doing it for my friends. Like I just started making videos, so it was dope. I listened to rap music. All my friends rapped. Like, but I never got too deep into it because not very long after having some bad experiences, which I'll talk about, somebody like coerced me to like leave that industry, just do something different that made more sense, like professional wise, better look to get different types of clients, and also you don't have a lot of the same issues that you have when you're working with artists who aren't as professional and stuff like that. And it was just, at first I'm in wedding videos. I film wedding videos a lot, and I'm trying to do more like business type stuff, like retainer work for short form videos on social media and stuff like that. But at first, my buddy who was just like coercing me to leave the music video industry was already in weddings. And he's like, bro, you are so stupid if you stay where you're at. He's like, look at what I'm doing. Do this, 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 and this. So he guided me on what to do. But when he was explaining to me what he did, I was like, I don't want to film wedding videos. Like that shit, it sounds lame. Like, yeah. And at that point in my life, I had only been to one wedding, and it was a family wedding, and it was lame as hell. But I mean, I grew to end up loving what I do. Like I tell people all the time that I'm like trying to get out of the wedding game, but it's so easy at this point that
you're filming weddings every weekend now.
Yeah, multiple weddings. Like,
so you putting them on top of each other.
I filmed 3. My company filmed 3 weddings last weekend.
That boy making that bag off them weddings.
What about you, Ghost? Like, what's your experience with? I mean, it seemed like Tanner's the same, right? Like everybody picked up a camera to film music videos.
It was something like that. No, it was exactly that. I came out of high school. I knew high school rappers. I picked up the camera for the first time. I shot for them. You know what I'm saying? Just got better and better and better. Then started going into more fields that's not rap or music videos in general. I like music videos. You know what I'm saying? Like music videos is an art. Like I like making that shit, but just sometimes like it's just the same thing that was with Tanner. I've seen other videographers go a different route with video and photo, and you know they were like, yo, you can come with me, do this too, you know, screw that. But also again, it's my art, it's my passion, you know what I'm saying? I like working with music videos. It's the market right now is just limited. That's how it is to me, to be honest. That's why everything is so limited.
I don't mean to cut you off, but let's get down to it. Are rappers broke in Tampa?
Oh, I'm a rapper, man. So that's why I'm definitely, and I work with Yanni. So, but I'm here. I'm up here as a creative. So, are they broke, Yanni? Are they broke?
Yes. Man, somebody still owes me $100 from 4 months ago, and they had $30,000 in the video. Like, bro, how does this make sense? Like, you could have paid me right then and there.
You gotta make them value your service more.
I get up to the people that have like kids and stuff at home though, because I sometimes forget that people like chase dreams and stuff, and then they want to pay for a video, and then they'll have like 2 kids at home, a baby mama and stuff, bills to pay. So it's like, you gotta take that accountability too. You know what I mean? They're not out there just single, living a single life, just, you know what I mean, trapping and stuff. Not like they actually have a life at home, family and shit they got to take care of. So it's like,
don't you though? You do too though, right? You have a family and you got bills, right? That's why we all started that.
I was just about to say, bro, but like you also gotta be like you yourself. This is what you eat off. You feel me? Yeah. Like they got stuff going on, but like you got stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? This is your business. This isn't their business. They don't tell you what to do or tell you how to run it. They could be going through whatever. At the end of the day, you eat. This is how you eat. You feel me? So you can't change your ways just because they can't eat the way they eat. You know what I'm saying? This is how you eat. This provides you. Feel me? What I'm trying to say. So
I feel like my biggest concern is whenever artists will come to me and I'll tell them the budget and they'll be like, damn, you can't do this or you can't do that. And I'm like, man, I'm already throwing you a deal, first of all. And then out of nowhere, I'll be like, all right, whatever. I really want to work with you. So I'll go ahead, I'll do this deal. And then I pull up and they got a wad of cash. They got $100,000 in their hand or their arm spread out like this. And I'm like, bro, what the hell you got going on, man?
I had Amazon money when I was working with Yanni though.
facts. He kept it P. He didn't lie about it. You know what I'm saying? He kept it. He just said, this is just for props. Like, that's good. And he paid me. Now you pay me in full, right?
Yeah.
Pay me in full. Not even like half, none of that. Just here's the bread. Let's shoot it. Boom, done.
But I mean, as far as what I was saying about like the situation that I went through, do y'all feel like I should feel played as far as that situation, or would you guys feel played in that type of situation?
I feel played.
Let me leave the industry.
Let me tell you something. I said the same thing on my solo podcast with Vince. I had this, me and Yanni, we shot for this dude. He, oh my God. Hold on. I got you. I'm finna relieve all your stress right now. Well, you finna get me mad. So this is when, like, me and Yanni had first started working together. We had this dude with, man, his gram. He had like what, 700K real verified. This is before the meta verified. Like, he had the real verification. He was in penthouses, Miami. You know what I'm saying? He had a billboard. I was like, bro, we better get paid. Like, we better blow up, right? And he pays for half. He pays the 50% deposit for my lowest video. On top of that, I threw him a deal. On top of that, I threw him, you know what I'm saying, a free slingshot rental. No, bro. It's been what, 4 years?
Bro, and we brought like a $20,000 camera out, bro.
We brought our biggest shit out. He paid more for the damn model than the 50% deposit on the video, and he still has never paid me to this day for the rest of the video.
Can I guess who it was?
Who?
I want to put a name on it, but I don't know.
Yeah, you didn't put the name of the rapper that you worked with, so I don't know if you should put him on. But
I don't know who it is.
Youngest in the Yacht Club don't really care. We'll put it out, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like, quick question though, like, and this is for anybody on here, right? You're seeing, yeah, you guys guessing, but you're seeing all these things in the industry. What do you feel like the industry should do? Like, how could we change it? Because I feel like everybody's having the same problem, right? When we're getting the sales process and we're putting the price on the board, they're trying to, you know, cut our prices. So what does that look like?
If everyone just changes their prices and just has like an equal price to match what their work is worth, then it'd all be fixed. But there's an oversaturated market. Just like what Tab is, just oversaturated with so many directors, and everyone's trying to get a bag and get videos. So it's like he said, an artist would be like, well, why is he charging 300 but you're charging 600?
But what makes you stand out to charge that is what I'm saying. Like, because look, there is no such thing as $100 video. Like, that is like one shot. Like, you get. I mean, I've seen it. I've actually shot a couple. Yo, and look, here's the thing. I've paid for $100 video, right? We all know who's charging that, right? Right?
Well, you finna make me mad. You know how many names I could say right now?
Right, but what I'm saying is this. You get what you pay for. The $100 video, it takes 6 months to chase the guy down, or it's shot in like 1080p or it's like not edited or color corrected. Like,
He's edited on iMovie.
Nah, you couldn't pay me $100 to turn on my camera, dog. I couldn't.
And for me, you can't pay me less than $500.
Now this is what Zach said in the group chat. Basically, what he was saying, that if we have 6 directors right here, right? But this guy charges 300, this guy charges 600, whatever, and this guy might come with a little more. Like, it's like he might go to this guy, or he might be like, for instance, like, I'm gonna tell you a story. Like, I had artists, I tried to charge him like 5, 6. Or like 7 or whatever, and he was like, nah, I'm gonna just go shoot with Zach or Gigi because they only charging me this much. Feel me? So it was like, it's not even like that. It's just like, my budget doesn't fit this guy. But Zach said in the group chat, or what he was trying to say, but he cleared it, but he, like, just to sum it up, if we all just charge 600, everybody in town, all the directors charge 600, they have nowhere to run to. You know what I'm trying to say? Like they can't be like, oh, this guy's charging me this much because he's charging the same price that I'm charging, but we're all charging what we're worth. You know what I'm trying to say? So he's charging 600, he's charging 600. So there's no like, oh, I'm gonna just go to shoot through this guy. But if we're all charging that same price, they can't run to somewhere else. The only way they can run to is go to damn Miami or Orlando.
So we need a union. We need a union for
Nah, for real. And I really want this to get out there and let every videographer, director, whatever you call yourself in Tampa, Orlando, Miami, if you are having this problem, I want y'all all to do the same exact thing. Do not budge, do not bite, nothing, all right? You charge him 600 or above for a music video. Do not let them try and talk you down in price. If they're gonna sit there and say, oh, they're gonna go to somebody else, they're gonna come running right back to you, all right? Don't fall for none of that.
Amen, B.
Houston started a whole movement already. It's 1,500 and up, literally 1,500 and up. And there's videographers that I know that are literally shooting for labels, and then there's videographers that are not, and like they're still charging 1,500, like no matter what. Like it's just how it is.
That's how it should be.
That's going rate, right?
Hashtag 1,500.
1,500.
And the thing about shooting with labels is that if you shoot with labels, like you can really just charge what you want, because like he said in the group chat, and I've worked with them before, like their finance person is just gonna click accept. Like they're not like, even if you charge a bitch $3,000, they just gonna see it and they'd be like, oh, that's normal, accept, even if it was run and gun.
Yeah,
because that's what they're used to, and they're on millions of dollar budgets. You know that it's not the artist. You know the artist isn't going through this, going through that. It's just a budget behind a whole bunch of millionaires that own a label, and they're just gonna be like, oh, here's a step, and then what they're gonna do is just put it back on that artist anyway. He has to bring that money back to them anyway. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so they're just.
So how do we work with the labels?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, really, from my point of view, how I got in touch with labels is not from me reaching out. You put in that hard work. You put in that hard work, you grind, and you stay consistent and remain humble, it's gonna come to you. Because if you continuously do something over time, practice makes perfect. So if you keep doing it over time, you're gonna get to where you want to be. You know, you're not gonna sit there and go in someone's DM and sit there and beg them for something. So you're gonna put in that hard work, and that's what I did.
It's almost inevitable, because I mean, most people's success in business or whatever they do, just like somebody being more successful than someone is, they were able to just keep pushing harder and fucking up more without quitting. It's like, if you don't quit, you're gonna get there eventually.
Yeah, but another way you can work with labels, Zach did with a really good act from Tampa. He stayed, like I say, he stayed down with the artists, helped them like not build their career, but like helped them, produce good videos. And I'm assuming this is one of the artists you said that never complained about anything. And eventually that artist popped his shit. A&Rs that saw his page and saw his Forex's page. Ooh, my bad. Saw this artist's page.
Shout out Forex.
Facts. He's really carrying Tampa right now, like really on his back. Saying he stayed down with him, developed him, and then eventually that act got signed. Yeah. So it's not like he had to, Zach didn't have to contact anybody. It's more like they were watching Zach's page and Forex's page, and literally just, Forex got signed one day because of his numbers and his great videos that he was pushing out from Zach, or or just like the only other way you can work with a signed artist was that one artist you went on like kind of like a tour with. You were on the road with him for a little while. It's just like literally just working one-on-one with an artist that's already signed, but like through DMs, but through personally, not through hitting the label up or the label hitting you up. Literally just you letting them know, like, this is what I'm established with you. This is the plan I have with you. They're gonna let you know the same thing. Y'all communicate. Y'all hit the road. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hit the road and just have invoice all that money to the label, and then eventually you'll start talking to people in his label, too, because they want to know who's pushing out his content at the end of the day.
Facts.
Anybody else got anything else to add on that? Tanner, you ever gonna do music videos again?
Unless I'm getting paid $10,000, no.
And is that what going rates for wedding videos are now? You did my wedding, by the way, dog. Hey, I'm glad. Yo,
Wait, did your wedding?
He did my wedding. Yo, and
so you swear to God.
Swear to God.
And you didn't know it, or you've been to this?
So my wife was the one that set it up. I remember seeing him at the wedding. Right, it was a fun night too, bro. Like,
bro, I only was in contact with your wife, and the only thing that I remember. Because, bro, their wedding days are crazy. I don't remember anything. The only thing that I remember is you pulling up in your Mercedes. And that's the Mercedes that I want. And I was like, I wonder what this guy does, because I want that.
I appreciate that, bro. He shot my video and then, did a great job, phenomenal job. We end up getting Tabish on the show, and then Tabish is like, so this guy RTB Tanner, man, all he does, he's transitioned. All he does is weddings, and like literally when I saw you today, I was like, oh shit, and you kind of told me like,
Yeah, it's funny because Tab had no clue that I had filmed his wedding when he was telling him about me.
Swear.
Shout out Tanner. If you need a wedding, book my boy Tanner.
He just did one of my events for my girlfriend too.
How did you determine your pricing for weddings?
Honestly, similar to what I did similar to what we're talking about, you kind of have to feel out the market, see what market value is, and then raise your prices based off of the value that you can provide to your clients. Like the services that I offered you, what was that, 2 years ago, are completely different than what I offer now. I offer so many different add-ons and stuff like that. And I feel like that's one thing that you guys could start doing in the music video industry to make yourself stand out, to make it more worth it for an artist to work with you specifically, because they're going to get more than just a video. Like, I read a lot of books. You guys should all read the book $100 Million Offers by Alex Hormozy.
Yes, sir.
He's a GOAT.
I'm going to check that out.
He goes in and breaks down everything about making a good offer to people, that an offer that's so good they would feel dumb to say no to. So what you have to do is when you're offering services is like think of issues that people have. Like, so an issue that an artist might have is finding a model for their video. So you're going to go and recognize the issue and create something. Usually with these things, you only have to create it one time and then you can use it with every artist. So like you would make the solution for finding models. You would go through your process, film your process of how you do it, and you would name it like how to find models for your music video 101. And it could be like a Google Doc that will walk people through what they should do, like hit up this agency, give them your connects. It's like you make things that solve issues for them, and then you could reuse that same thing for every artist that you work with. And it's little things like that. The way that you solve problems for them is what will make them want to work with you more after. So like, and I can think of 100 things right now of how to provide things that will help artists. Like artists are like, okay, I got a music video, great, and then they go and post it on social media. They don't know how to promote, they don't know how to do anything. So like you could offer them behind the scenes videos. You could offer them 3 different types of reels that would help them. You could do like just a promo reel, right? And it'd be like them standing in front of the camera, yo, what up, it's 4X, I got a video dropping, blah 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 blah. And it's just stupid little things like that that you could provide to people that will take 5 minutes of your time. But if you incorporate things like that into a package, they're going to want that package every time, because now they have behind the scenes reels, they have reels to promote it. And you could even offer them services like, yo, if you don't know how to promote your video, I'll promote your video for you. And you could go and log into their Instagram, post it for them. Like there's 100 different things that you could provide more value to a music artist. I was talking to Zach, like in my industry now, I had to do this in like, this was before I was doing music videos, before I ever had knowledge of like this. And now that I read those books, I think I was sitting there today, honestly thinking about this podcast, and I was like, what could I do? Like I thought about how Alex taught me to think about my business, but for the music video industry. And it was like, I just went through a list. I didn't write anything down because I was just brainstorming in the shower, but I was like making a list of things that I would do if I went back into the music video game, even as just like run or gun. Like if I do music videos now, I want it to be like big budget production stuff. I've been on too many big productions to want to even shoot a run a gun. Yeah. So that's why I said like 10K minimum, because that's like, that sounds like a lot, but that is literally nothing to a big production, like zero.
Yep.
Zero.
When you get to the 10K budget range, it changes the video. Like it's not just pulling up to a gas station and shaking the gun and shaking the camera and leaving anymore. You know what I'm saying? 10K will get you a whole set, right? I'm assuming it'll get you everything you need.
As long as you have connections who are willing to work with you, you know what I mean? Like if you want a full production crew, it's like if you're talking like Hollywood, full production crew is like fucking 100 people.
Yeah.
But if you want like a solid team of like creatives that I work with now on set for like short films and stuff like that, we probably have like 15 people there. And you got to think, just to pay all 15 people $300 minimum for their job, what they're gonna do, you're at 10K right there.
I got a shooter that won't come out for less than $1,200 for the day, and it's 8 hours him leaving his house and coming back. And so I know that I have to have the budget to pay him, and that's just a DP. You know what I'm saying? That's not an assist. That's not anything else. And I specialize in podcasts, right? So this is why we're able to do this stuff. But like I see it the same way. It's like, hey, how do you price it with the value? Like, I've had to put packages together, and I've actually had companies run off on the plug with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for content. But again, I do think that you get what you pay for, because like what Yanni was saying, if you get a company, it seems like the lower, and this is for your $100 million offers and also $100 million leads by Hermosi.
Goat.
Yes. The lower paying clients seem to be the biggest headaches.
For sure.
And then the higher paying clients are like, do what you do.
Invoice paid.
Have you guys ever seen that? Like, what's the most you guys have been paid for videos?
Ooh.
Damn.
I would say the highest item I've been paid for a music video is $2,600
$2,600
for a run and gun.
What about from a label?
From a label, almost 4,000.
Was the label easier to work with?
For sure, always.
It kind of proves my point. What about you, James? Like, what do you specialize in shooting?
Just run and gun music videos right now. I mean, this is probably my second year doing this, so I'm still learning everything and just kind of getting in the game and just networking. But yeah, no, as of right now, I'm only shooting run and gun music videos. I'm trying to get into more like directed content, but all the clients I'm working with are more just pull up and shoot and just shoot what's happening during the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I do want to say that a lot of videographers, because I've been shooting videos, music videos in Tampa for a while now, and from what I've seen, there's a lot of talent going on, going through Tampa right now as far as directors and stuff like that. And my whole thing about like this, bringing this together, was to bring respect to y'all's names, because we all deserve it. Like I know from personal experience the hours and everything, the everything that they put in to get these videos done, whether they're low budget or big budget videos. You know what I mean? There's a lot of talented people in this room and out there in the streets in Tampa. You know what I mean? So they deserve their respect.
Run and gun is a grind, bro. I remember those days.
It's a scary.
It's crazy.
It's fun though. You meet a lot of people and like it's a good time. Like it's gotta be like, I look at it as like a stressful job, but then again, I'm like, damn, like if I would right now be working a normal job, be bored as fuck. Like if I'm actually having fun, I can go and just smoke and bring my girl anywhere. You feel me? Like bro, you forget about that. You're like, damn, I'm working with so many artists and dealing with all this low budget shit, but you're like, damn, I could be in an office. I could be working construction right now, and like that shit's gonna be.
Facts. I looked at it like this. Like when I would work at, like, for instance, I worked at the Lagoon. I'd make $100 a day when I can go make $600 a day. It's like you work 10 hours at the Lagoon, make it $12 an hour, and you're only looking at $112. It's like, man, like, this one music video gonna have my whole paycheck for those 2 damn weeks. I'm not doing that shit.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. Yeah. So it's like, and again, like you meet new people, you get to see how people like really live. Like I never I've seen, the trenches, but when you really shoot with these artists, you get to see like where they came from, their background, and what they have going on. You get to really see it, and you get to another aspect view of life. You look at it differently, and it's kind of beautiful because what I'm saying, you come home to this, but you also get to see like what they're going through too.
I mean, question though, because we talked about the trenches. I mean, you brought it up, right? And I know you've seen the meme of the videographer and then with guns pointed right at the. Right? How does that feel, y'all? Is it safe?
As that.
I mean, I feel like every music that I've ever shot, I've always had more than 3 guns pointed at me, and they were probably loaded, to be honest with you. But I mean, now I'm not scared. You know what I mean? I've never been scared. I don't know why, but I mean, I should be, of course. You know what I mean? Because I know how guns work, and I know they could go off in an instant, no matter what. You could set a gun down, not even touching the trigger, and it could go off. You feel me? So like, yeah, it's definitely something that I should get into more, telling the artist to like, make sure it's on safety, or if it's a Glock, to make sure to take the clip out, make sure there's not one in the head and stuff like that. But yeah, it gets real.
Make sure there's not a switch on it.
It's hard to almost tell artists that sometimes too.
Yeah, that's
like, I've been to shoots and like I've made hints at it, and I've been looked at crazy. Like like almost like I'm like trying to tell them what to do, but it's like, bro, my life is on the line. Like you're tripping right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like they don't even think about stuff like that sometimes. So.
You can't be scared at all. I'm never scared to tell an artist anything, how I feel. If I feel, even if I'm by myself and they're with all 10 of their brothers, if I feel like I need to speak up and say something, I'm gonna say it straight to their face. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if they're a real man, they're gonna respect it. You know what I mean? If not, then we're gonna play how the cards go.
Go ahead.
My bad. Especially when it's something like that, like a gun to your face, and you don't even know. I mean, obviously there's some where you know the artist, you know what I'm saying, you shot with them before, but for me, bro, I just value my life too much. I don't know who's behind the trigger, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll tell them to, you know, take the clip out, whatever. They could always still be one in the chamber. Maybe they don't know how to use a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like it could just it's really just I just think about it too much of like it's my life on the line. That's why I'm like not scared to, you know what I'm saying, tell an artist, you know what I'm saying? They'll look at me crazy, whatever. Bro, if the shoot gets canceled, at least I didn't die from a dude who had a gun in my face. You feel me? Like,
Nah, fact.
I say my life saved. Like, it's a win for me.
And the thing is, I feel like they don't think about the videographer's perspective. Because, like, if I think about this, like, we go shoot the video, right? They're like, and that's what I hate when they call me a cameraman. Oh, just Cameron, go pick that up. Like, why? Who are you, right? So look at this. I bet you if I would have picked up their gun and just would have pointed it at their face and didn't have a camera hand, it would have been a different story. They would have been like, oh, what are you doing? But it's if I have a camera hand and they're doing it to me, they don't think about it that way. You understand what I'm saying? Like if I would have just picked up a gun, their gun or whatever, and just would have been like this, right? Pointing at their face, just chilling. They would have been like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? But when there's a camera hand, it's a different story.
But then it's like, yo, why am I going to shoot a $300 video? I got guns pointed at my face. Like my life is not worth the $300. The $300. And to be real with you, I'm gonna let y'all know I'm a felon, right? So when there are guns present at video shoots and all that, I have to ask, like, yo, is this real? Because police have pulled up to those kind of shoots, bro. I can't be 500 feet near one of them things. And so I gotta keep it real. Like, yo, just getting in the car, I can't get in the car with you if you got any drugs or weapons in this thing, right? Yeah. So I got to be more selective with who I work with. That's why I kind of got into the podcast, because it's like more controlled. I can shoot and say, hey, look, y'all can't come in here with that shit. Like don't come with the rowdy, because I know how that gets and I understand it. But like you said, man, like last thing you want to see is cameraman get did in.
I've seen it. I think his name was like Bomb Visuals or something like that. I followed him on Instagram for a minute. And he was in the hospital. I'm like, you good? He's like, bro, gun went off. I'm like, you actually got shot? He's like, yes, bro. And I'm like,
bro, did y'all see the video of the guy shooting in the kitchen? And then they get ran up on, and like there's like 30 people in the house. And it's like,
yeah,
like everybody just thought that was crazy. It wasn't even like no guns pointed at him. It was like they literally got spun during the video. Like it was like imagine like me shooting a video right here, and there's 30 people, and like through the back, like I don't know if it was like the glass, like you know like the back of the house has a sliding glass. I don't know if someone just ran through the back door and just started spraying things. You know.
I know who it is. Yeah, that's my boy Mata. Yeah, shout out to Mata, man. He go through it for real. Yeah, that's over. I think that's in Chicago when he was shooting with Screwly or something like that. A Chicago artist or something like that. I did see that actually. That went viral.
So what happened?
I mean, I don't know exactly what happened, but from what the video that I saw is basically he was shooting a performance scene and their ops spun them and lit up the house.
And that's what I'm talking about, bro. Like, what kind of shit are we talking about for $300?
Right,
for $300,
you gotta just worry about them shooting you. You gotta worry about what beef they got with other people too. Like,
so that's what I'm saying. Is it really worth? Like, artists are broke, but is it really worth shooting with them? Because Jay, bro, you said, yo, this shit is kind of fun. Like, I feel that and I get that, but then when you actually think about it, like, yo, what happens if they get spun on and you in the spin cycle with them?
If it's your dream, then you're gonna keep on doing it. Like, you know what I mean? There's no stopping it. Like, I don't know. Like, I've been in serious situations, a few, not many, and like since then, like it hasn't made me been like, oh, I'm gonna stop. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm still getting paid low budget right now. I'm not even gonna lie to anyone. You know what I mean? Because I'm just starting out, and like it still has not made me stop. You know what I mean? I'm still just trying to grind up to get there. You know what I mean? Watching people like Zach, everyone. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn. Like, I need looking up to that shit, you know what I mean?
It's part of the sacrifice. I mean, like I said, I've been doing this for a while and I've experienced so many different things at video shoots. I've experienced everything you can think of at a music video. You can name it right now. I've been through it. So I mean,
Robbery,
The door,
everything,
robbery,
everything,
shooting.
everything,
police.
God damn.
everything.
What is that? You got health insurance, bro? They give you health. You got life insurance.
No life insurance at all.
Oh my God, man. Yo, the crazy part about it, and this is what I'm saying, I'm glad that we could laugh and we could joke, but real talk, like, what should people expect when they're booking you? Let's go down the line. Tanner, what should people expect when they're booking you?
For what? A music video specifically, or just
For just an experience with RTB 10.
a lot of work on the back end, because I feel like the work on the back end is almost more important than doing the actual work, shooting your actual video. You guys both got to be prepped. You have to communicate, because the more you can communicate and the more clear you paint their dream outcome, the more it's going to benefit you, because they're going to want to work with you more, and the more it's going to benefit them, because they're going to have badass content.
What about you, Ghost?
I'm gonna just stick to music videos. I want the client to look at me like I'm like their success. Like, you know, I'm not just someone who comes with the video, with the camera, and just shakes it in their face and leaves. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have an idea, you can tell me, you can call me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do whatever I can to make it work. Like Tanner, like you were saying, like the add-ons and everything, and finding solutions. Like, you know, artists with that need models, cars. I kind of like. I started without that, just like, oh yeah, shoot me $300 on Zelle and I'll shoot you a video. Like, now I'm kind of structured to where I have packages. You can literally look on my Ghost Productions Instagram, and my first highlight is like level 1, level 2, level 3, you know what I'm saying? And the list just grows. So does the price. But, you know, the list grows, and
W
you know what I'm
promo.
saying? Huh?
W promo.
I mean, it is a podcast. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. But no, I want people to look at it like an experience rather than just like you're paying for a service. You know what I'm saying? Like I've heard this personally. Yanni has too, from, you know what I'm saying, like our client. You know, it was literally like shoot like a whole day of like fun working with us, rather than just, you know what I'm saying, we come and just, you know, we do the video, we give them the video 2 weeks later, and then, you know what I'm saying, I want it to be like an experience rather than just like a service.
1000%. And from the other side, and even like, you know, come prepared. You know what I'm saying? Come prepared to the video shoot. Come ready to go. Like, I don't want to spend 30 minutes watching you roll up and smoke one before we start shooting, bro. You don't gotta do all that. Like, smoke before we get there, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? At 15 minutes, it takes about, yo, if we're doing, like, you want it to go well, right? I'm not trying to be here forever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be here at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, we scheduled it for 4 hours, and 8 hours later I'm still in your house. Right? So
that comes down to a lot of the pre-production work. Like, it's your job to set those expectations in pre-production.
Yeah.
And if you're just shooting run and gun, not hating, by the way, but if you're just shooting run and gun, there's rarely any pre-production, and that leaves a lot of room for error and more work on your end and people not being happy. Like, the customer relationship before anything is even done is so important. So important.
Facts. And like me, like I've always said this, I always like to be on, and sometimes this is good, sometimes this isn't, because, you know, artists can feel too comfortable, you know, start charging less, start feeling like you're gonna charge more here or less here. So I like to give my, like, he says it all the time, like, he's more on his business than me, and he's teaching me still, and I still learn from everybody here, you know, to stand more on business, especially Zach, because I always wanted what Zach had. Not like that. Pause. That sounds envious. Wait, I meant like as in a really.
No Diddy.
Hold on. Start. Pause. As in, like, because he has a relationship with an artist where it's like that artist is gonna come back to him every single time, or a few artists that he has that come. I take, like, he takes things. He's kind of like me, but he stands on his business when he does it. I like to go down. I like to go here. I like to, you know. So I always take, like, the artists I work with on a personal level, like, as in we can be friends type, you know, like we can chill out, we can hang and stuff like that. So that's why I always try to give an experience that's like a friendship, and, like, you know, our friendship backs to our business, you know. So like he has an artist that he works with like every other week, you know, and they blew up together, you know. So it's like that's something like I like to try to do with my artists, you know, try to make it a personal experience, you know, make it a friendship, have a friendship, back it up, and like always give the best for him, and he always gives the best for me, you know. So, but like for me, like I tend to like go down and do this, even though I should just stand on one price. You know, I start to be like, oh, since we're friends over here, I'll give you $200 off, or I'll give you $100 off. But I shouldn't do that. You know, like I should just be, he should be able to understand. I should be able to understand myself and hold myself accountable to be like, okay, this is my price. Tell me if you can work with this, and let's just keep shooting. You know, I would love to keep working with you and build with you. You know, not just oh, here's this video, like how he said, here's this video, I'm gone tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to shoot like every other week, like that'd be really cool.
I
haven't gotten to do that with somebody yet, and I really want to.
I mean, I think you're doing a good job, and I feel like you're gonna get there you're gonna get to that certain point. Every single one of you guys that are doing music videos are gonna get to that point where you're gonna link up with that artist. You know what I mean? And you just, at the end of the day, what I can give to y'all is just be real, be yourself. You know what I mean? And try and think for them. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Try and
Kaboom.
Oh my God.
It didn't even follow.
See your face? Man, did we get that? Oh, we got that. I knew you were gonna do some dumb shit, man. I just knew.
Always Johnny. I swear.
It's always
Johnny, man.
Show your age, bro.
17.
Nah, but yeah, I mean, back to what I was saying. I mean, all right. You doing too much.
You doing way too much now. Come on, Zach. Come on, man.
Nah, I really feel like I really feel like he's doing a good job. I feel like Ghost is doing a good job. I really feel like James is doing a good job too. Like as far as me, I'll say this. I don't like to bring people onto my production sets, to my video shoots. And you can ask anybody that. You can ask anybody. I don't like to bring nobody. But when I tell you, I brought Ghost and I brought James onto my videos, on my production set.
Me too.
Specifically, yeah. And Yanni, specifically because I saw the potential in them before even meeting them. You know what I mean? Like, I like to scope people out and stuff like that. Not trying to say I'm the top dog or anything like that. You know what I mean?
You could open doors, right?
Yeah, exactly. I can help people out. There's knowledge that I can pass down. You know what I mean? Not pass down, but pass to people. So that's that I've noticed from these individuals, these videographers, these directors. You know what I mean? And they're growing. They're getting better. They're taking the steps that they need to get to where they want to be, and they need to be within this industry and furthermore in life.
It's a great feeling being able to do that for people, bro.
Definitely is.
James, what about you, man? What can people expect with you, or what do you want them to know?
Just a higher budget. Like, if I have a higher budget, I know like me personally, I hire VFX artists and I hire VFX companies to do VFX on almost all my videos. And I personally feel like, because I never started off doing any effects, I started off being a cameraman. So I had no knowledge prior to that. And if you're seeing, trying to step out, like you said, trying to provide someone something different to someone, I always look at it as like, if I hired a VFX artist, I stand out from all these people that are sitting here that don't have a VFX artist or have homemade effects that you can tell are done off YouTube and things like that. So that's why I started doing VFX artists. So I feel like if I just have a higher budget, I could really hire some like good VFX artists that have actually big artists that follow them, and could possibly, if they post it on their page, you can be seen by a bigger artist, and it just opens up doors.
Creative cartel,
yeah,
hard, brother. So, but they charge that shit though. But like, if someone had the budget for it, hell yeah, I'll take that any day.
Not even that, it opens up to it opens up doors for you too.
Yeah, because they shoot with everybody. Young boy.
Yo, so let's I guess in a perfect world, James, how much money you want to make for shooting videos? Like, what's the perfect budget for you?
I think in Tampa, a respectful price is probably like 600 to like probably like 900 around there, maybe 1,600 to like 1,000 around there. Anything above that, I think, depends on the artist. But like I said, you know what I mean? For any normal human being that's working a normal job and things, you know what I mean? I think 600 to 1,000 is a good budget that you can work with, and even put a payment plan on or something like that, you know what I mean? That can really just help them out. I think anyone can pay that, you know what I mean?
What about you, Zach? What it is? What's the budget? What's the perfect budget?
I mean, it really just depends on the type of production. But I mean, as far as for me, for running guns, it's got to be at least 800 to 1,000. in my opinion. And when I say that, I don't want artists to get scared about that or stray away from contacting me. You know what I mean? I want these smaller artists to reach out to me. Just like he said, he touched a good point. Payment plans. Payment plans are good. It doesn't matter if every week or every other week you got to pay me a couple $100 or $300-$400. As long as we get that paid within a substantial amount of time, then that's good. And we can keep working towards, you know, you being able to pay it all up front. You know what I mean? And we don't want y'all to get scared of them big budgets, you know, because at the end of the day, they're beneficial for the artist. You know what I mean? Those big budgets are going to, you know what I mean? Like
up the level of your quality.
Exactly.
Of your video.
And from what me and Forex did early on, what he did, he never complained about the budget at all. What he did is he had his brothers pitch in. Oh, y'all want to be around? Y'all want to be doing this, doing that with me? Y'all want to be in the studio? Y'all want to be in the limelight and everything? Pitch in. You know what I mean? So that's another thing other people could be punching in too, because I know they got homeboys that they bring to the video shoot. You want to come to my video shoot? You want to be in my video? Pitch in for the video, $20 to $50. You know what I mean? And they did that, and now look at him. You know what I mean? He's shining. He's doing good. You feel me?
That's fire, bro. Yanni, what about you, man?
I need $1,000.
1,000. He's shooting for 1,000. Can we get an artist that's gonna spend $1,000? And bro, look, I'll be real with you, man.
Oh, wait, back to what he said. A payment plan, yeah, that's cool, but then you gotta really trust that artist too, because I try to do a payment plan with this one artist again, and they still owe me money. And their video is out right now that has a lot of views. You know, took a lot of time, a lot of work. And it just and the thing is, I got it to them really fast. Yeah, I still got to go to school. I got to balance all this other stuff. Wait, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Go ahead.
oh, like I got to balance a million other things, you know. So it's like I finished the video in like 4 days itself, 3 days, 2 days, maybe. I don't know, two to 4 days. And then the VFX came out and it came back in like 3 days. So then it's like they waited so long, and then we did the payment plan, right? Like boom, 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 and they still owe me money. I gave them the video because I just didn't I didn't want the video to sit any longer, you know. And they were like, oh, I wanted this to be our first song out for the year, you know, because it was a really great video. It was planned out. It wasn't even like a production video, but we shot it like it was a production video, you know. 'Cause we had it like all planned out, like funny, cool scenes, and it was just like it came out raw. But again, they still owe me money, so like I feel like I would do that payment plan things, but it's like, you can't trust everybody, you know. You really can't trust nobody at the end of the day. So, and again, this person is like, you know what I'm saying? They had the money right there in front of me. Like, why couldn't you just pay me right then and there? You know?
Yeah, I think it's important. I'm gonna tell y'all how much I've paid for videos. So, because I think it's important to know that too. So I've paid as low as $150, and I hated the video. You could ask my wife. Like, I end up having to edit the shit myself. It took 3 months to get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, so I paid $150, and then I paid $4,000 for videos. And I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'm gonna be real with you when I said that. Those $4,000 videos were the best times of my life. They were legit, like, and you can go watch the videos, Ready, Joseo, Frio, you can go look at all those videos. High production. I flew to Oregon. That was not included in the price. Staying in the hotel was not included in the price, but I will say, they picked me up from the airport. They took me to their studio, their production studio like we have here. And, they had somebody coming around with mimosas. They had a dressing room. It was a whole full-fledged production. They brought extras. We got, in one of them things, we paid for 4 models. 10 showed up. I had to FaceTime my wife. I had to tell her, like, hey, yo, look, no lie. Okay. They went all out. And I'm grateful they did. Shout out to Ife, the video dope dealer, because he got me hooked. Because after that, I swear I spent like 40 with him in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I swear. And all my videos got no less than 10,000 views. Every single one of them were legit high quality. And then I just felt like a star. And when things changed in the budget and I couldn't do those $4,000 videos, I felt like my video quality fell off. I had to learn how to do my own videos right then and there.
Yeah.
Because I felt like, damn, dog, like, if I can't keep shooting these kind of videos, man, it's going to be, my brand's going to go down. So I will say that. And then for anybody that wants to know how much a good budget is for Raw Link Media, Youngest in the Yacht Club, Vince Serrano, I really think 2,500 to 5K is what you need for a solid movie-like budget.
Nah, facts. I agree. Because then they can get the information that they want to get out. They can really touch base on that as much as possible. You know what I mean? Those big budget videos, that gives us, the room, that gives us the room to be able to do what we need to do to bring your vision to life. Because that song that you're giving us, we are putting together a story for you. You know what I mean? So like, we need those big budgets so we can rent out equipment, hire assistants, you know what I mean? And other people. Yeah, exactly.
I agree.
It was a whole production.
Like if you wanted like the best VFX artist, but you're only giving me $100 to pay him, you're not gonna get that. That's 1 minute of their time. You feel me? If you give me $800 for a VFX, you're gonna get what NBA YoungBoy's getting, And then that, when they post on their page, again, he works with NBA YoungBoy and all these other executives and all these labels and all these big artists. They're gonna see that too, And I told Zach, because Zach heard it, but Zach didn't, because I'm an A&R myself. So I told Zach, I ain't gonna lie, I've looked at your page and looked at some of your artists. So I'll go look at other videographers in Memphis and like look at their pages and what they got going on to see the local artists in their area to try to go sign a new act or consult with a new act or bring somebody on this team or develop a new artist, because I see what he got going on. I see what he's got going on. I've even looked at James' page. I've seen some artists I could work with, but
they're gonna invest too.
Exactly.
So.
And on top of that, if they're spending that much money, they might go get a contract for $100K. So now it came right back to them at the end of the day. So.
Yeah. Ghost, real quick. Ghost and Tanner, real quick. Not real quick, but definitely. Yeah. I want to give you time. But what is the perfect budget?
Well, let me backtrack real quick to what Zach was saying before about the vision and the bigger budgets. I wanted to say, like, I had this experience with the artist. He had brought me, when I take music video, deals, and the way I do it is I don't take the payment first. I first tell him, send me the song. I give my number, text me the song. You know what I'm saying? I listen to the song and I literally just close my eyes and I just imagine the video playing. Like I feel like I already have it ready. I'm watching it on YouTube. You feel me? I'm watching it in a theater or whatever. And the song specifically he gave me was more of like a R&B mix, like The Weeknd, Bryson Tiller. It wasn't really rap. Like he was rapping like the verses, but it was more of like an R&B like love breakup song. And he came with this budget. It wasn't a bad, like 500, you know what I'm saying? That's my run and gun video price. And I was like, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I'm gonna tell it to you straight up. I'm not gonna pocket watch you or anything, but if you, I would very strongly recommend you save up for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? He's like, 500 is all I got right now. And I'm like, we don't gotta shoot it right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, we could wait a little bit. Cause if you come back with a bigger budget, we can get you a model. We can get you, you know what I'm saying? Like a condo, like I have my boy with a condo. We can make a real movie to this. Like, you gotta think music video. It's like a film, literally like a movie to your song, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want it to go to waste by shooting, at a random gas station, a love song, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, come back, right? So I said, come back, you know what I'm saying? He came back in a month with a bigger budget and we got a model for it. We got the condo and everything. And he was like, yo, like, this shit is crazy, dog. Like, I couldn't imagine what the video was going to look like, you know what I'm saying, with before. Exactly. Yeah, you're right. You feel me? So I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's why I feel like it's good for cameramen or videographers, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to address yourself as, to take control of the wheel sometimes, or just guide your artist in the right direction. Cause sometimes they come to videographers not knowing what they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like it's our responsibility, sometimes to provide them with, you know what I'm saying, ideas, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they, pretty much just help them find their groove and everything like that.
So what would you say an artist should come to you with to create that experience of a movie?
For me, it depends, because again, it goes back to the vibe of the song. You know what I'm saying? If you have minimum,
starting out,
I would probably say like around like 900. 900 is a good price, because there's some songs where you don't need anything. There's some songs where, you know what I'm saying, it's just a vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a run and gun song. You know what I'm saying? But there's some that's a production song. Yeah. So I would say minimum like 900. Yeah, just for the quality and everything like that.
That's not like downing any artist that your song just a running gun song. Like, for instance, like an artist that he shoots with, like all that guy needs is running gun videos. You know what I'm saying? He could go shoot production videos, but I promise you he's gonna do the same numbers that he did on the running gun. You know what I'm saying? The guns and the video, all that stuff. is what's adding to it. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't need to go rent that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's his lifestyle.
Go rent a pistol.
As soon as as long as he's portraying that lifestyle consistently on the internet, I'm not saying that's like what, like he's a fake or anything. As long as he's showing what he's like, what he talks, people are gonna keep watching it. And that's, some people just want to watch that. You know, they don't need to spend $20,000 on a production video on an artist that's just pointing guns into the camera. You know, as long as that's just consistent, that's just gonna do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like how you said. Because I was just saying that because it's not like we're bashing an artist saying that he doesn't need a production video, but he also doesn't always need a running gun video either, you know, or vice versa, you know.
Yeah, no, facts. At the end of the day, it's artists have their own image that they're always gonna try to convey. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a running gun, whether it's a production, so it really comes naturally to me. Like after, you know what I'm saying? Like I get the first screenplay done or whatever, we start planning and everything. It kind of comes naturally, like what the vibe is gonna be at the video shoot, what we need to get, what we want to get. You know what I'm saying? Like, so sometimes it's not necessary to spend $2,000 on a video. Sometimes it's not necessary to get this. You know what I'm saying? We can make do with what we have, but
900.
I feel like yeah, 900. Yeah.
900.
Yo, Tanner.
This story, yeah.
Tanner, what is it to create the movie for an artist? Or I mean, you did mine, man. It was dope.
Let's do both. I want to hear both.
What is it for a music video and what is it for the wedding? What do you think?
It's a lot cheaper for a wedding for sure, because I can go and shoot a wedding that will be phenomenal. Honestly, with weddings, a big thing about it is how the couple looks, how the venue looks, and the other like the coordinator and other vendors that they booked. That plays a huge role. Like you could pay me $10,000 for your wedding video, but if I go and it's at like a venue that is not nice, your video is just not gonna look good. There's nothing I can do. So for a good wedding, my baller package right now is $5,000. But for a music video, in order to do things that I would want to do that I think are like crazy, like worthy, would be $10,000. And that's why I don't do music videos.
Yeah, because you want
to hard to find that.
Yeah,
nobody wants to pay that shit unless they're signed.
Exactly.
And $10,000 is a starting out price.
Legit. You see how he said minimum $10K?
No lie. Like that is not a lot. Run out of $10,000 so fast.
And 10K is not a bad budget either. It's not.
And that's what I'm saying is like, that's the reason why we're together. Is like, yo, how the hell are we going to get this money? Because look, I'm going to be real with you. If I had an artist that was like, yo, Vince, I got this kind of budget. Yo, I mean, you guys get on the same sets. You brought people on the sets, right? Yo, let's spread the people around. Like, yo, Ghost, you do better shit, you know, better shots with the drone, or, you know, car scenes, like, you know what I'm saying? Nuts. Like, yo, what about you, Yanni? Like, yo, if we do a mic talk, we could get out there, Zach. Like, your work is crazy. So it's like, yo, we could spread the wealth and be able to put people on. But like, yo, $500.
There's not room for it, and it's always like push and pull. Like it's great to have a good community of guys like y'all that I know. Like I could be real with and be like, oh look, the budget's not big, but I need help. You know what I mean? But if the budget is there, it feels great to be able to not only bring your friends on and make some dope shit, but also put money in their pockets too. Yeah. And it sucks when there's no budget, because if there's no budget and you know that you need help, it's like a sweet feeling, because you know you need people, but you don't want to be that guy that's gonna ask somebody to come out for $50. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even ask, right? You wouldn't even ask, right? It's like, yo, man, I don't even want to waste your time. Yeah.
But see, like group of circle we have in that group chat is different though. Like this guy will come out, he will shoot the video. I'll do the behind the scenes. He'll do the VHS. Yeah. And this guy will do the lighting and the drone. You feel me? But we'll do it for free though. We'll do it for cheap, you know, because we all support each other.
Yeah.
It's nothing more than that, and we all want to see each other win. And at the end of the day, we all want each other to produce a good video. Like since he shot the video, like he had drone shots, and then he got somebody else to do animation. It all put a piece into it to produce something bigger than what he already was starting to do. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like his videos are getting even better and better every time, even though he's already good, but he's getting better, and he's putting more pieces into it. It adds more value to the video, and that means he can charge more, because then when he charges the shit, now he can pay this guy, now he can pay this guy, now he can pay this guy, you know, when it comes to that point, you know?
That's how video production is supposed to be. Video production as a whole is nowhere near a one-man job, ever.
Yo, we should start a squad, like literally, and just
The production crew.
Production company, yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
Miami has a big group where it's like almost probably like 10 of them. I'm in one of the groups. I'm not actually in there for that, but I'm in there just seeing it all go down. And like, bro, sometimes they're literally just talking about like crazy big shoots, and they'll just be like, everyone pull up, and actually everyone pulls up, and they'll do like crazy videos.
Get paid for it too.
Yeah.
I mean, even right now, we got 6 cameras.
Like 7 cameras right now. Yeah, but the day an artist presents me with a big budget in Tampa, I guarantee you that would be the best video that has ever been shot in Tampa. I guarantee it.
We got to make that happen for Vince Serrano. You heard Zach? We got to make that happen for Vince Serrano.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yo, guys, real quick before we wrap this up, man.
I have one more thing to say.
Okay, hold on, real quick. I know you're gonna say it. You literally are gonna be able to say it right now. Okay, let's leave with one message that you want the people out there to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, make this like, in 60 seconds, make the best message of what you want the people to know about you, where they can find you, and what to expect. Go ahead, Yanni. You wanted to go.
Oh, I had something else to say. I said like, cause this is on shooting skills. Like for me, I grew up, and I'm close with him really now. I'm starting to work with him even more. Drew, he really put me on. When I met him, I picked up a camera, and literally the next day I met him. I wanted to know how y'all shoot. Like for instance, I'm like him. I shoot to edit. Like while I'm shooting the video, I'm thinking like, what can I do right here while I'm shooting it? You know what I'm saying? So I want to know how y'all shoot. Like for me, I shoot to edit. So like I'm shooting the video. While I'm shooting the video, I'm thinking, how can I make this work, or how can I edit this in the other scene? Or how to make it work. So I want to know how each one of us shoot, because we're all different at the end of the day too.
It depends on the songs, it depends on the song and what type of editor or what type of edits you'll be doing. Because I swear I'll shoot some videos and I can shoot every scene without moving the camera, and it just depends on what type of effects will be put onto that. A lot of rotoscopes, zoom-ins, whatever the case being. And then there's some videos that I'll move the camera and it's just a whole completely different story.
How long did it take you to work on those edits? Like you said, you've been doing this for 2 years. So how long?
For me, shooting, I color grade and just cut up the video and shoot it, and that takes me about sequence it. I mean, shooting it, that's a day, and then after that, probably takes me like 3 or 4 days because I actually color grade my S-Log. I try to make it all special and all that. And I'm still learning colors and all that, but and then with the editor, it just really depends. Maybe like a week or so.
Yeah, I'm saying, how long did it take you to learn that stuff?
I'm still learning now. Yeah, it doesn't end. Literally, like it does not end. I swear, like with coloring, I tell my girl this all the time. Like, it does not end. Like, there's so many things you can learn with coloring that it's just like, you know what I mean?
That's the best part too. Yeah. Coloring videos is just like, it's just fun because you get to it's like instead of drawing a book, like a coloring book, like you're drawing on your video. Like you're testing here, and then you might not like the color. You might just scratch, go right back to the beginning, and then make something beautiful. It's really fun to color video.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like every day, whenever you go shoot a new video, you should learn something new. You will learn something new. Yeah, but I mean, as far as me, how long it takes, I mean, a video, I can normally get my videos done now probably within a week or less. Yeah.
But and doing effects too. That's what's
And you do your own VFX?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to learn that?
I mean, it took me a while. I'm still learning, just like he said. Yeah. Every day I'm learning something new. And so
a point where you were like, yo, I'm nice.
Yeah.
Like how long did that take?
I mean, I learned from other people too. You know what I mean? I'm still learning, from other VFX editors and buddies that I got in other countries and other states and stuff like that. Like there's a group of videographers in Seattle, which I'm going to my birthday next month. I'm going out there, and bro, they're like my best friends, bro. They've taught me literally everything I know basically is from them. And they're so good at what they do. So I mean, it really depends on you. Like me, I sleep probably every day for probably about like 3 hours at the most. And then I'm back up on my computer. Like I literally will sit at my computer for more than 8 hours a day, editing, coloring, watching tutorials, learning. And if I'm not doing that, I'm out shooting a video.
It's fire, Zach. You out there.
Hours of sleep.
Yeah, no, I can't.
I mean, I used to be on a 4 hour kick because you get a lot of shit done, man. You spend a third of your life sleeping when you could be making this bread or shooting these videos, you know?
Fact though. Yeah.
I'll make bread when I wake up, bro. I need my sleep, bro.
we all got the same 24 hours, you know, so I try and take advantage of that, you know, and really hone in on everything and try and lock in and learn, because there's people out there that I know are better than me, you know what I mean? And I want to get to that point where I'm looked at as like a Jerry Productions or like a Cole Bennett, you know what I mean? Those type of people, and it's going to happen one day, and I know it's going to happen, but
you got to work at it.
It takes a lot of hard work.
What about you, Yanni? How long does it take you to edit? Since you extended our shit.
Well, I say like it just depends what video. Like everything I give everybody. So what I do, and this is just to be like fair. Like I just tell people a week and a half to 2 weeks, and like I might go give their video back in 4 days. But I give them that 2 weeks. So then like I know this might sound bad or it might sound good. You know, I give them 2 weeks to at least, you know, because life is life. You know what I'm saying? I might get in a car accident tomorrow. Now you got to wait 3 weeks for your video. That's not my fault, though. I mean, it obviously is my fault because I take responsibility for it. But, you know, life, again, is life. You know, I might be in the hospital for a week, so I didn't get to touch your video, you know? So I give everybody 2 weeks for everything, you know? Not for pictures, though. Not for pictures. But for videos and mic talk, I give everybody 2 weeks because, again, life is life. And I might go shoot another video and another video and another video. So now I'm built up with a whole bunch of videos. So I give everybody 2 weeks. But I might really come back to your video in like 4 or 5 days, 6, 7 days. Everybody's different, you know, because like I just give everybody that range. So just in case something does happen, I can, you know, work through it and work out through it, you know what I'm saying? Not just be like, oh, my bad, I should have given you a video last week or 2 days ago, 3 days ago, because sometimes life just life, you know? So I give everybody, you know, that 2 week range.
Editing is very tedious, you know what I mean? So I feel like a good time frame for an edited video is, I would say, 2 weeks.
Yeah, and you set the proper expectations too, right? Like you say, like I like to say, people, you know, my boy Zyron, we shot his honest opinion stuff, and I was like, yo, you got to give me 2 to 3 weeks, man. And I gave it to him the next day. If I would have told you if I'm gonna give it to you the next day and it doesn't come, you're gonna be upset. But if I tell you 2 to 3 weeks and then I give it to you the next day, you're like,
Because like you talk,
this man loved me.
oh, he got me. He told me 3 weeks. He shot it to me the next day. He's coming back.
and and that's not saying I'm lying to my artist, but it's like I could give you 2 weeks and then I could give you 3 days later, and now you're like jumping because you really thought I was gonna give you in 2 weeks. But like sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Again, life.
You set the proper expectations. How long did it take you to edit? Like I know you're fairly, you know, you and Ghost are in there, but I'm saying like when you started realizing, yo, I can edit and I'm nice.
Again, like I do what James does normally. Like I can edit myself, but I choose not to. I like to use VFX artists because VFX artists are gonna add their own creativity. Like shout out to Trey, shout out to his name was Fed before, but Itty, right? Itty or something like that.
Yeah, shot by Itty.
Shot by Itty. Like he's like I like to use them because they always add like their spice to it, and each one of them is different too. So it's like I know like they have a spice that I can't put into it, but they can, you know. So they like to I let them, you know, do my work, you know. And
so you just shoot and then you send it to your editors.
I color grade, like I said, I color correct, I sequence, and then send it out to my editors. Yes.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with having VFX editors at all.
Look at movies, like how Max told me, like
exactly.
Go to a movie, everybody, like the director will not edit that damn video. There's gonna be look at the end of the movie. There's like a million people, makeup artists, security, behind the scenes, DPs, assistants,
editors,
like, makeup people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's like editors, VFXers, VFX supervisors that don't even do shit. They just making sure that the VFX people are doing what they're supposed to be doing. But they're on there and they're getting paid more than the editors are. So it's like, at the end of the day, it's not a problem to have a VFX editor at all. You know, it's just a part of it. You know, it's if you want that extra sauce, I feel like you got to go to an editor. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. You let them do what they do. You just stick to doing what you do. You know what I'm trying to say? So,
artists, we need that budget to be able to get these editors, man. Yo, Ghost. I mean, like we said, I usually try to tell people 2 to 3 weeks. But Ghost, what about you? How long does it take for you to edit? What do you think? And then like, you know, what do you like to do when editing? And how did you know you were nice?
I mean, it kind of depends because I shoot so many things. I don't just, you know what I'm saying? Like I do every single. So I'll narrow it down to like my top 3. So let's say music videos, number 1. I tell them, you know what I'm saying, if it's a VFX artist involved, because some of my packages include one, some of them don't. you know what I'm saying, like a run and gun is just me editing, that'll be like, you know what I'm saying, 6 to 9 days. With a VFX artist, 9 to 12 or 15, just around the same thing, you know what I'm saying, like 1 to 2 weeks. With the VFX artist, maybe a little bit more, but just, you know what I'm saying, just a general expectation that y'all have. And then with like, let's say car videos, I do a lot of car videos, those a week, you know what I'm saying, because those are all me edits. Short films, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, that could range from the project itself, because some short films are shorter and then some are longer, you know what I'm saying, more intuitive editing, you know what I'm saying, whatever I need to get. So it really just depends, but around the weeks, you know what I'm saying, 1 to 2 weeks, that's just how it is. And then with editing, I feel like you can never stop learning. Like with technology, not even just, you know what I'm saying, technology in general, like, you know what I'm saying, it's always getting advanced. There's always something new to learn, you know what I'm saying, behind the camera, behind the lens, behind the computer. There's always a new plug. There's always a new editing software. There's always a new, you know, everything. You can't stop learning. But to the point where I was satisfied and comfortable, probably like, I've been doing video for like 5 years now. So to the point where I was comfortable with like all of my edits that I can do every type of space, probably around like a year.
Fire.
It's around there.
That's dope, man. Tanner, man, what about you, bro? Like, since we're talking about it, what can people expect with edits, and then like, how do you do? Like, what did you do, and when did you think that you were dope at them?
For editing wedding videos, because that's my forte right now, I honestly just changed my turnaround time to 90 days. It was 60 days, but I started outsourcing. I have 3 people who film weddings for me now, so if it's mid wedding season and I'm filming 2 weddings on Saturday, 1 wedding on Friday, and another wedding on Sunday, that's 4 weddings in 1 weekend. And it'll take me by myself, with the focus and the life that I have outside of this, at least a week to finish it, because bro, I have the focus of like a little rat, bro. I cannot sit there and edit for longer than an hour without having to leave my office and like go do something for 15 minutes to come back. But I solved the issue with getting editors, like everybody else said. But it takes me a while, honestly, and it all just depends on how much work I have backlogged when it comes to like other stuff that isn't weddings. So like if I do a car video or something like that, it's gonna depend honestly what time of the year it is. Because if it's wedding season, bro, I'm swamped. And Go ahead.
When is wedding season? Because I've only done one wedding myself, but I just want to know when wedding season is.
We are coming out of wedding season right now. You got to think in Florida, these next couple months coming up, it is hot, bro. And the last thing a bride and groom want to do is be outside in a tux and a big ass dress when it's 98 degrees. And it rains pretty much every day during the summer at like 4 o'clock when people are usually having their ceremonies. And most ceremonies are outside, honestly. So yeah, when it's wedding season, like end of the year when it's cooler, it's crazy. And I'll have 15 videos to edit, and I literally cannot do it myself. I cannot. Like that, it happened to me last year. I started booking a lot more people, and I was getting to the point where I was like, I have to hire an editor. I'm not going to get these videos to people in 60 days. And now this year I stepped up even more because I have trusted people. I changed it to 90 days, even with editors, because
you always want to be sure.
Yeah, I mean, especially when I'm working with editors, bro, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how long it's going to take them to get me their video back. They have their own life, so you almost have to go at a worst case scenario.
Yes. So stop pressing Tanner for their videos, dog. It's coming.
Bro, you get brides that are like a week after, and they know like 90 days, and it'll be a week, and they'll be like, how's the video coming? I'm like, bro, I haven't even uploaded your footage yet, bro. Like, I haven't even uploaded it to Dropbox to send to my editor yet because I've been filming for the last 5 days in a row. Yeah. So it just really depends on how busy I am. But like other videos, in my free time, I could bang a video out in a day. If I really wanted to, if I did something that made me be able to focus, I'll get a wedding video done in a day.
Yeah, no sleep.
And then I have one more question for you, because I know you want to close it out.
That just because our card.
What would your budget be? And I'm not sure if you have done it before, but say, wedding people, like or weddings, they want to go here and do their wedding. They want to go fly their whole family out and go to Turks. Like, I'm not sure if you have, and if you haven't, but what would your budget be if you had to like go to a whole different country or Puerto Rico or different state to shoot a wedding video? Because You know, wedding people, if you're having a wedding, you obviously have money, you know. I'm not trying to say it like that, but if you're having a full wedding with the whole people there, you have money, you know what I'm saying? So
It's
like
expensive.
my girlfriend's parents, they actually got remarried and they spent $80,000 on their wedding, almost to $100,000 on their wedding, and they paid that shit. They paid for every experience they could have. They paid for a 3 mansion. They flew their whole family out. They paid for a mansion for 3 days. Everybody had a room. I'm talking, there's like 30 people there. Every morning they'd eat breakfast. Every lunch there was lunch. Every dinner there was dinner. There was a video. There was photo. Everything was covered. They gave $80,000 to an event planner, and that event planner planned everything for them.
I would love to film that wedding.
Literally.
They adopting?
But I actually just booked my first like travel. Like I'll travel all around Florida, but I don't really consider that traveling. But I just booked a video in Jamaica at Sandals Resort. So I mean, I would charge them my normal prices that I would normally charge, and then they just have to pay for my accommodation. So you got to pay for my flight, you got to pay for my hotel, I got to be able to eat, stuff like that. And I would just like make a budget, and if they wanted to, if they were like picky, but usually those clients aren't, I would make like an itemized like price sheet. Yeah. So like I would give myself a number for food. This is it doesn't really happen.
So
with
like,
weddings.
because you're thinking to yourself, you're gonna go look at the menus and food over there. You're gonna look at the prices. You're like, oh, so I'm probably gonna spend like $400 on food. So here's the food. I'm probably gonna spend $2,000 on flight, and here's my normal price. So whatever that goes with, add it all together.
Yep, and I mean, I can let them book my flight if they want to do that. Usually people don't want to do that because it's just work that they don't want to do on their end, sacrifice of time that they have to make for you. So I'll book my flight, send them a receipt. If they pay for the resort, like I'm getting my flights paid for, I'm getting the resort paid for 3 days. And then then it's just my normal price.
Congrats.
Fire. Guys, we got to make sure we wrap this up because everybody got some place to go, and you probably got a video to book right now and shoot right now. Yo, let's start with James, bro. James, plug yourself and then one message that you want the people to know. Try to keep it to 60 seconds or less.
Find me on Instagram, w.james, and really just trying to find new clients to work with and just really lock in with someone that's really serious with what they're trying to do, not just someone that's just trying to do it for fun. Like I'm really trying to find someone that's trying to invest into their craft and just, actually go somewhere with it.
Y'all can find me anywhere. Y'all can find me on YouTube or Instagram at Zach.mov. All you got to do is just look it up. And honestly, just be yourself and just have fun and we can shoot. I don't know.
Find me on Instagram at Yanni Visuals. Kind of like what they said, just be yourself, do you, don't do too much as an artist, just come in and be ready to shoot, kind of like what you said. And, I'm just down to lock in with an artist that's really see the potential in himself, and I can see the potential in him, and just build, like work relationship, that can go far.
Fire. You can follow me at I am Vince Serrano. Or you can follow Youngest in the Yacht Club or Raw Link Media. I definitely would say to everybody, coming to do a podcast or something, people who are doing content creation, that's what we do. We help businesses, social media influencers, and people just get their digital presence out there, and really come, with a ready to go with a business like-minded, to share your message. So
You can find me on Instagram at OMG Ghost. Why are you laughing? OMG Ghost, Ghost Productions, Apex Media, all that. My message is really just be open. This goes for all type of clients, be open to new ideas, be open to sharing. Don't be exclusive, If you have an idea, shout it out, because, we'll try to make it happen and everything like that. And I also want people to know, I get asked this a lot in the car community. There's a lot of starting videographers, photographers. Don't be afraid to hit my DMs and ask questions. I respond. I'm not Hollywood. I swear to God, I'm not Hollywood. I'll respond and I'll answer your questions to the best of my ability. If you have any questions about media, social media, anything like that. So just hit my DMs and, we'll talk.
You can find me on all social platforms at RTV Visuals. Lights just went up.
that's all good. They'll go back on.
I would just say the video industry is crazy, and the main thing that I love about it is you can go in a million different avenues. So it you have the freedom to really do what you want. But when it comes down to doing what you want, you have to find a good balance between business and passion. And we were talking about music videos this whole time. Like, it has to, the industry that you go into has to make sense for money and business, but you also have to love what you do. And I love that freedom in our space because there's so many different ways that you can go. Like, I started in music videos because I loved it. I stopped because it didn't make sense business wise. I went into weddings because it made sense business wise, and then I found out that I loved it. And now I love what I do. So and with video, there's so many different things that you can do to find that perfect balance. So I hope all other video creators are able to do that with whatever avenue you go in.
Fire. Well, thank you guys for coming. Oh, James, did you go already? You got something to go? Yeah. Yeah, legit. yo, Tanner, you definitely
Closer out right there.
Oh, this is my first podcast ever being on too. Just
fire. Well, guys, thank you guys for coming on the Youngest in the Yacht Club podcast. Thank you guys for sharing it. I feel like, do you guys feel like we got, you know what I'm saying, we did our thing today? Let them know.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like we did. We touched a lot of different, bases and stuff like that. But definitely, I'm gonna come back on here sooner or later, and we're gonna touch some more bases.
Let's do it. Thank you guys, man. Appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you.
We just finished part 1.